Let me ask you. Let me stop fucking being bad at talking. Let me ask you a question. Do you wake up and immediately think to yourself, "Why do I hate myself?" Do you get bullied at school? Does the idea of playing normal Team Fortress 2 bother you? Well, chances are you're a man versus machine player, and there's no better way to put this, but man versus machine kind of sucks. Just a little bit. To put it bluntly, it's a mess. The players that play them are very annoying. The missions are tedious, and the missions are tedious, and it's just not fun anymore. I think a lot of people can agree with me on this one. Now, to anyone that watches my streams, the first thing they're gonna say is, "But iPod, you keep playing it," and my response to that is, yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the year 2012. Man vs. Machine just dropped. Valve was hyping this up for years. They left hints everywhere. The entire community was hyped. And I mean, I was 13. I had a computer running a Pentium with no graphics card. It was a terrible experience. But hey, damn, I was still pretty hyped though. When it finally came out, people loved it. It was fun. You got some pretty cool rewards if you decided to actually man up. Then the Two Cities updates happened, and with it came the Australian weapons. See, the normal prizes you got for manning up was a bot killer weapon. Usually it just slapped a bot's head on a weapon. If you were lucky, it would be a little golden, you know? Or it would also be diamond, and it would also be rusty. How is a bloody rusty head a reward? Who thought this was a good idea? The Two Cities campaign added the chance to get an Australian, which basically covers your weapon in Australian, giving it this nice golden look. Over the next couple of years, Man vs. Machine would get updates here and there, but eventually it dropped in quality. It's now 2021, and Man vs. Machine is a goddamn joke. It's honestly upsetting because the game mode itself isn't really the problem, it's the lack of updates that's killing it. There's one example that shows that the game mode still has a ton of potential, and it's Operation Canteen Crasher, which I'll talk about later. Instead, we have these old maps that are over 7 years old. Let me ask you something. Have you played Man Up recently? If no, here's a quick tip. Don't. Let's talk a little bit about missions. So because these maps haven't been updated in over 7 years, they have one basic strategy to them that whenever people play, they always follow. And to the one person in the comments who's going to be like, "Oh, actually, iPod, they were updated in this year at this time," shut the fuck. Playing any tour gives you the chance to get an Australian, but we're going to be focusing on two cities and Mecha Engine. Mecha Engine is a goddamn joke. Because of how the tour is set up in Big Rock, you can sit there with 2 snipers and win the whole round. Two Cities is long and monotonous. Yo, that's a fancy word right there. That's pretty cool. Let's dive into Mecha Engine a little more. Mecha Engine consists of 3 missions, 2 missions on Big Rock and 1 on Decoy. Now, I'm not a hardcore Man vs. Machine player in any capacity, but every time that I've played Mecha Engine, it looks like on Big Rock, all it takes is some snipers and demos to tear through every wave. Sometimes pyros are chosen to take care of the tanks, and engineer is also chosen just to handle some stragglers. At first glance, it doesn't sound too bad, because if it's so easy, 4 classes can tear through the whole mission. Why did it sound like a fucking kid's channel there? That was great. 4 classes can tear through the whole mission. The issue is that it's boring. I'd be streaming Man vs. Machine, and it gets to the point where I just turn into Banny, where I'm staring into the camera with a deadpan face, not saying anything, and then my view count drops to like -2, -3 sometimes if I'm lucky. Man vs. Machine itself, it's not a bad game mode per se. I really like the concept of it. Like I said, it's a very fun game mode, but the issue with it is that it's boring right now. And it's not even because of the game mode itself. Like I said, it's because of the lack of updates. No new maps. This game mode doesn't get updated anymore. The last kind of update we got was Canteen Crasher, and that was a community update. That was probably the most fun I had in Man vs. Machine in quite a while. I've been like playing Man vs. Machine for 2 years. Which, let me go into my next point right here. It's the luck in Man vs. Machine. I don't know if I'm just really unlucky. It probably is just that. But I've been playing Man vs. Machine for over 2 years at this point, and yes, I don't have a whole lot of tours, but I have enough tours where I should have gotten something kind of nice, but I still don't have an Australian weapon. The best thing I've gotten so far was a professional kill streak crit streak, which it's all right. It's pretty good, but it's not no Australian or anything, you know. At this point, I just please give me an Australian. I'm like 35 tours in 2 cities, and I'm like 745 on the 4. It irritates me, but it it keeps drawing me back in, and every single time I play this game mode, it's just cancerous player after cancerous player, making it more and more annoying. It's like, I I've come across so many toxic people in that game mode. It's insane. It's like you mess up once and you have people with like 100 tours, and if you mess up in front of them, it's a well, you might as well kiss your ass goodbye because you're getting kicked from that server if you do mess up. You make a mistake. What's that? What was that? You made a mistake in Man vs. Machine? Did you really just make a mistake in my server? That's a kick right there. That's a kick. Have fun, by the way. Have fun getting kicked. Bye, asshole. Someone just... one of these guys just said my life is useless. Oh, that's pretty cool, guys. Guys, imagine your life worth is, playing Man vs. Machine! I can't stand these toxic players, dude. It's driving me nuts. I made a whole video about tacobot.tf, and it's a fucking joke of a little community that spawned from Man vs. Machine. But I'm serious. You join Man vs. Machine, and it's like 9 times out of 10 you're gonna come across someone with above like 50 tours, and usually they're toxic assholes. Not talking about all of them, because sometimes I've come across some players where they're kind of nice, they're friendly, but most of the time they usually are just these fucking toxic assholes where you mess up and they will kick you, and this isn't fun. Man vs. Machine is dying as a game mode, and it's turning into this just it's a mess. It's a fucking mess. It's a mess. I'm gonna keep playing it though, obviously, but damn, do I hate it. It's like I hate it. I hate it so much. Just iPod, stop playing Man vs. Machine. It's so easy. Just stop playing Man vs. Machine. Well, listen, I dunked like almost 40 tours in this thing, dude, and I can't get any kind of good reward from this game mode. I think once I get an Australian, I'm pretty much done with this game mode because it's driving me fucking nuts, dude. But I can't seem to get any kind of Australian. Here I am, with 40 tours in, with Mecha Engine and 2 cities combined, and nothing at all. That's pretty cool. Now, I said I'd talk about Canteen Crashers. The whole event was just plain fun. It offered new types of robots I couldn't even imagine. It had new maps. If you played, you got a little item at the end. Sure, some of the waves and maps had some rough edges on them, but overall, the whole thing was just plain fun. It's probably the best example of what Man vs. Machine could be. I would love to see Canteen Crashers come back sometime. But for now, we're stuck with this. If you ever decide to man up in Man vs. Machine, have fun joining a game and seeing players with over 100 tours kick you and also call you racial slurs. You're gonna love it, trust me. Hey, what's up? You made it to the end of the video. That's kind of crazy. I just wanted to complain about Man vs. Machine because, you know, I've been playing Man vs. Machine, like I said, for like 2-3 years almost, and I've never won anything out of this shitty game mode. Like I said, I just got the professional kill streak, Blitzkrieg, but I'm kind of fed up with Man vs. Machine at this point. I really don't hope I don't turn into one of those Man vs. Machine players with 100 tours, and I'm just a toxic asshole. But if I do, you know, it will be because I've never gotten any kind of Australian. Now, regardless, have a good day. Hope to see you guys in the next video, and you know, if you want to support the channel, you know, leave a like and sub, or go check out some other videos from the past. Like Tacobot. That's a pretty popular video for some reason. I don't know why. I spent like 3 minutes on it. I thought it was alright. It wasn't really a good video. But anyway, take care, guys. I'll see you guys later. Let me ask you a question. Do you wake up